Okay, so get this. You will not believe this. I was driving to the studio this morning,
Yeah.
and I saw this massive billboard, right, for a solar farm. And it said, powering a brighter future.
Oh, wow.
But then, like, right below it was this little graffiti tag that said,
Grow.
unless they bribe the right people. I mean, talk about irony.
Oh, that's a good one.
It got me thinking, though, about how even with something as positive as renewable energy,
Yeah.
there can be, well, a darker side.
Always.
And it's a perfect segue, actually, because today we're diving deep into the Adani Group.
Ah, yes. The Indian conglomerate. Huge in so many sectors.
Ports, energy, even food. I mean, Gautam Adani, the founder, is like one of the richest guys on the planet.
Right, and they're facing some serious scrutiny right now. Multiple investigations, actually.
From the U.S., no less. It's a big deal.
It is, and it's particularly interesting because of what happened earlier this year with the Hindenburg research allegations.
Oh, right. That was wild. For our listeners who don't remember, could you quickly recap what Hindenburg is all about?
Sure. They're basically this investment research firm, but they specialize in what's called short selling.
Meaning?
They make money by betting that a company's stock will go down.
Okay, got it.
So they released this report in January, accusing the Adani Group of all sorts of shady stuff, like stock manipulation, accounting fraud.
Using offshore tax havens, the whole shebang.
Yeah, basically.
And, of course, Adani denied everything.
Right. But even so, their stock plummeted after that report, like billions of dollars lost in market value.
It shows you the power of perception, right?
Absolutely. Just the accusation itself can be hugely damaging, even if it's never proven.
So where do these new U.S. investigations fit into all this? Are they connected to the Hindenburg stuff?
That's not totally clear yet, but what we do know is that the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York is involved,
Wow.
and so is the DOJ's fraud unit.
These are not small players.
Mm-hmm.
What's got them so interested in Adani?
Well, they're looking into allegations of bribery. Specifically, they're investigating whether Adani used improper means to win contracts for energy projects in India, like getting favorable treatment, approvals they shouldn't have.
Interesting. So is this about, like, under-the-table deals, cash payments?
Could be. Or it could be something more subtle, like offering gifts to officials, promising them future business opportunities.
Oh.
Things that aren't outright illegal but still cross the line ethically.
And why is this so important? Why should our listeners care about what might have happened in India?
Well, first of all, bribery undermines fair competition. It distorts the market and ultimately hurts consumers.
Great, that makes sense.
Plus, it can create a culture of corruption that spreads to other areas of government and business.
Yeah, it's like a domino effect.
Exactly. And when we're talking about something like renewable energy, which is supposed to be about a cleaner, more sustainable future.
You'd want everything to be above board.
Absolutely. And if there's even a whiff of wrongdoing, it can really damage the whole industry's reputation, make investors hesitant to get involved.
Which would be bad news for all of us, really.
Yeah.
Especially given the urgency of the climate crisis.
Exactly.
So this isn't just about Adani, is it?
Not at all. It's about investor confidence in India. It's about the future of the renewable energy sector there. It's even about geopolitical relations between India and the U.S.
It's a lot bigger than it seems at first glance.
Definitely. And there's one other wrinkle to all this. There's another renewable energy company caught up in this investigation, Azure Power Global.
Oh. Are they connected to Adani in some way?
That's what investigators are trying to figure out. It could be a coincidence,
Right.
but it could also suggest a broader pattern of corruption within the industry.
Man, this is a real tangled web we're weaving here.
Yeah.
So we've got Hindenburg raising these serious allegations earlier this year, and now the U.S. government is stepping in with its own investigation. And Adani's denying everything, of course.
It's the classic corporate playbook, right?
But the stakes are incredibly high here, not just for Eni9, but for everyone involved in renewable energy.
That's right. And it raises some important questions for all of us.
Like what?
Like, how do we ensure that the transition to clean energy happens ethically and transparently?
Yeah, that's a good one. And how do we balance the need for swift action on climate change with the need to hold companies accountable?
Exactly.
These aren't easy questions, and there are no easy answers.
No.
But they're questions we need to grapple with.
Absolutely. And the outcome of this Adani saga could have a big impact on how we answer them.
So to our listeners, I'm going to leave you with this. Think about the solar panel graffiti I saw this morning. What do you think? Is it just a cynical joke? Or is it a sign of something more troubling?
That's a good question.
Food for thought. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll be back next time with another fascinating look behind the headlines.
See the